All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the San Francisco 49ers. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down, Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's Darnold now on second down. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Darnold just beating the play clock. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Set! 319! 319!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Tackle that time.
Gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Green 39! Green 39!
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Anunwa's got it, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
A 1st down throw, Darnold throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
11.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 down. Alert. 59's Mike. Check. 59. 21.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch left. Stop right there.
By 20.
4 down.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Twisting away. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. Too rocky.
I saw that. I got it. And, you know, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves if we're going to have that kind of a reference. They've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. And that's incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Dante Hightower on the stop.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Darnold from the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
319.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Now let's go. Green 39.
To the air again, Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. In for the score. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. That touchdown, certainly a welcome sight. Remember, they were shut out last week. They talked to us about getting early momentum. Well, here you go in the opening quarter.
You got to rebuild confidence, because when you get shut out, I don't care how strong you are mentally, you've got to take a step back and say, okay, what just happened here? Because nothing that we were doing worked well enough to get into the end zone, and that's a nice confidence-building drive, one that puts it in the end zone to give them an opportunity.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 2nd down, Darnold going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. He's got his man Sharp, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Like 20, 180. I got you.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here we go. 319.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Past the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And some danger. Territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On first down, Garoppolo. And a nice spin into some open field. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
Darnold on first down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him. An incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
2nd down and 10. Darnold looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gets this one left side to Pettis. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Watch the run.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The Jets on 3rd down, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Darnold. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now to try the Jets field goal, Cairo Santos. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
21. Wait. 11.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this.
Go ahead. Here we go, here we go. Wait, one, Omaha.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
And it's a fumble. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Jets on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
Darnold now to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. but that's one step in the proper direction.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 180. 13. 13.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And the Jets set to take the field. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. They begin with a run by Crowell. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Gone, 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 gone.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll run again with Clement. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. 2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Like 80! 180!
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Garoppolo on first down. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
Like 20! 180!
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point forthcoming. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Sam Darnold, remember, won a Pac-12 championship on this field. 31-28 over Stanford in 2017. He's got a lead here as well with a first down. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. There, the 49ers getting set to trot out there. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
To throw is Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. 23 yards on the play.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Like 80. 180.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gordon. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Like 80. 180.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays. Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a 1st and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, gun. 21. Here we go. Hurry up.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And New York set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Detroit! Set! 3-19! Detroit!
On 2nd down, Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Jets on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Play action. It's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On the carry, here's Clement. Nifty move. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Clement. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
First down carry, it's Hill. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Niners on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Black 80, white 20, 1 Omaha.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The Niners on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go. 180, 21, 21. 11, 11.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Detroit! Detroit!
A first down carry now for Crowell. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Darnold from the gun. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
On first down, Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Like 20.
Now Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Pulled in at the 24. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Check, Patriot! Now let's go! 3-19!
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Anugua's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Hey.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
And they take a knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Jets, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week.